So I started out in the RV business of all things. Started working for a company called Fleetwood Enterprises way back when. Product design development, was project coordinator in their group doing design work, and got into their IT group for a while. So got a bit of a background in IT, and then got into manufactured housing, and ultimately got into large-scale multifamily residential projects using modular construction. And my current partner and myself met while we were doing a large project in San Jose, California, where we built 160 condo units down there out of a factory that he was an owner at. And about 6 years ago, I was going out after the recession, was going back out to reform a company I had for 10 years previously. I was restarting my company, and Rick called me and said he was going to go out on his own. He had sold his interest in his current company, and so he joined me. We formed Prefab Logic. We actually use a lot of VR and AR to drive the visualization on the factory floor, and now actually on this job site as well, so that these trades that are out there can actually visualize those more readily. What we found with our clients is that a lot of the skilled trades and the tribal knowledge that was out in the field previously it's no longer there, right? And so we need better visualization tools, better information for those folks to actually have that insight into what it's supposed to be, right? So that they're not actually just looking at a flat 2D plan and trying to understand, what has to be built there and making a poor decision. The immersive environment gives a completely different perspective. It's hard for people to, and even myself, I've been doing it for, almost 40 years, but having that immersive environment gives you that 1-to-1 ratio that you can't get elsewhere, right? Just looking at a rendering, renderings can be great at certain perspectives. But they don't really tell the story of clearance and compatibility. And those things really have to be experienced firsthand in a VR environment to be understood. Even though we do these Teams meetings, the downside is that, you do get to show everybody, and there's a lot that comes out of that and a lot of great things that come out of it. But to the extent we could actually put somebody into the glasses and they can actually see and experience the space, things become more clear, right? And they get easier to understand what that's really going to be, because the context is different, right? When it's on a flat screen, it's completely different than when you're actually in the space.